In this video, we are going to be looking at some of the things that this pandemic has taught us. And make sure you stick around till the end because we have a bonus for you guys. Hey, my name is Khan and I am your host here and you are watching My Name is Khan. If you are new here, you are welcome. So, without wasting any of your precious time, let's just jump into the video straight away. Honestly speaking, before this corona situation, I didn't know what's the meaning of the word pandemic and lockdown. And what's worse is I didn't even know that these words exist. Tell us in the comments, did you know about these words? I bet 60 to 70% were unknown to these words until the coronavirus pandemic. And the reason for that is quite simple, because we didn't face anything like this before. So we all know about this situation very well. But for somebody who is watching this video in the future, let's just discuss about it shortly. Well, hi future humans, or else. It is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Most people infected with it will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring any special treatment. But it gets severe if an old person gets infected or a person who is suffering from any other disease like diabetes, chronic respiratory disease and cancer, etc. It started in the first week of December 2019. And the place where it was first discovered was South China, Wuhan seafood market, where every type of meat and animal products were being sold, like dog meat, chicken, pig, snake, bat, kite, etc. This market is also considered as the starting point of the coronavirus. The thing is that coronavirus was found only in animals before, and the market, which has stored so many animal products in a huge amount at one place, gave a chance to the virus to transfer from animals to humans. And this is exactly what happened in December 2019. So now the question is, from which animal does it transfer to humans? Who is the source of the coronavirus? There is a strong evidence that the virus originated in bats. The biggest mystery remains how it got from bats to humans. Researchers overwhelmingly think that it's a wild virus which probably passed to people through an intermediate species. Pangolins were among the first animals suspected of being intermediate. And pangolin, which is a very rare animal, is the world's most trafficked animal. This animal is traded most widely in the wildlife trade today. And if this hypothesis is correct, then it proves that the wildlife trade might also have a connection with this. It has rapidly affected our day-to-day life, businesses, disrupted world trade and movement. Most of the countries have slowed down their manufacturing of the products. It has caused over 115 million people to lose their jobs over 2020. The various industries and sectors are affected by the cause of this disease. This includes the pharmaceutical industry, solar power sector, tourism, information and electronics industry. It has affected the source of supply and affects the global economy and many more, but can't mention all in one video. So now let's discuss the main part of the video for which you have clicked it. During the pandemic, we were locked in our houses. There was no combustion of fuel because we were not using our vehicles or any transport facility. During this period, there was no harm to the environment because of no spread of garbage, degradation of forest, etc. And these things eventually led to a clean and safe environment. We realized what we are doing to the environment. So we must appreciate nature every now and then. We can do it by small things like planting trees, throwing garbage in the dustbin, cleaning local area if possible, etc. Perhaps most important, this experience should teach us to have compassion and empathy towards those around us, those we know well and those we barely know. According to CNBC, unemployment has hit 14.7%, the highest it has been since the Great Depression in 1930s. 1 in 5 people reported being laid off or furloughed since February, and perhaps more staggering, 40% of lower income people have lost their jobs. These numbers are more than statistics. They tell us about real people who are struggling. We must be compassionate and empathetic because we do not know the story of the person standing in the aisle trying to decide between two products. Nor do we know the story of the person who missed the green light. Nor do we know the story of the co-worker who didn't meet the deadline. Each story, each struggle is different and very real to the person experiencing it. Be kind. Discipline provides people with rules to live their lives efficiently and effectively. When you have discipline in your life, you can make small sacrifices in the present for a better life in future. Discipline creates habits, habits make routines, and routines become who you are daily. The great mental conditioning coach Brian Kane states, today plus today plus today is equals your life. The habits and daily disciplines you create will eventually determine who you become. I've been thinking a lot, what is that will come out all of this? Equality. This situation has shown us that we are all the same regardless of our religion, culture, custom, whether we are poor or rich. The virus simply does not choose. It connected us in a way. It showed us that we should all stick together. During this chaos, while many of us in a panic, it showed us the weight of humanity. It reminded us who we are. Maybe the world will finally change. There is an old saying, there is good in every evil, that I will now use as a tiny consolation in this difficult, unexpected time. As a young teenager, believe me, it is hard dealing with this situation. And to everyone who is listening to this and feeling helpless, I just want to tell you that you are not alone and it will be better. I am aware of everything that has been taken away from us due to this situation. All of the unrealized plans, be it birthdays, travels, weddings, and sadly, we cannot do anything about it. But we are not powerless. On the contrary, it is all of us together that can make the world a better place. I found it hard and boring. I wasn't used to sitting in the same closed place for so long. But over time, I started to find hobbies. I tried things I had never tried before. I spent a lot more time with my parents than before. And even though I didn't go out, I exercised at home. I found I had the time to watch the TV series and read books I never had the time for. So, if you are watching the video till now, there is a bonus for you. During the pandemic, I have observed a lot of people, and there were three types of people as per my observation. The first type were like, oh my god, Corona, the world is going to end. They were full of negativity and fear. The second type were people who were like, what Corona, I am healthy, strong, my immune system is good, nothing will happen to me. Full of overconfidence, which led to not wearing a mask and not following the guidelines. Then comes the third type of people who followed the guidelines, stayed positive and aware of what's happening but not scared of it. So, what do you think, which one is best? The third one, right? This also applies to our life. You must think both the ways. You must think both pros and cons. You must think both good and bad. You must think about what will happen if you do the thing and what if you don't do it. Picture this. If you are on an empty road and your car broke, what will you do? Will you sit there and think you shouldn't have come here, you are unlucky? Or will you be angry with the car makers that what shit they have made? Obviously, you will get out of your car and try to fix it or call someone. So that is it for today. Hope you liked the video. If you do, share it with your friends, family or whomever you want, because if you share informative and good content that can add some value in life, they'll know that you watch good things on the internet rather than just wasting your time. Do comment down and tell us what you have learned from this pandemic. And I'm sorry if I've hurt any of your feelings. We have mentioned some books in the description. Do check out that and remember in your prayers. Till the next video, stay tuned. Thank you.